listening to the Hall of Fame. Here's Booker T and Brad Gilmore.
Welcome inside the Hall of Fame. I'm Booker T, 6-time world champ, 2-time Hall of Famer. Got my man Brad Gilmore here with me. Coming to you, as always, live from ESPN 97.5, 92.5. And guys, I must say, man, I'm feeling real good. I'm feeling real good right now. It's a good day in the Huffman household. And the people want to know, man. The people want to know.
What do they want to know, Book?
How is this going to affect the Hall of Fame? Is the Hall of Fame go? Look here, guys. The Hall of Fame ain't going nowhere because y'all know my motto, man. Y'all know my rule. I never have time for anything. I make time for everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything. So, guys, we're going to keep on rolling right here inside the Hall of Fame, giving you guys all of your champagne wishes and caviar dreams. How you feeling, man?
Well, I'm feeling good, Book. I mean, you, though, I don't understand how you're going to do this because I'm 29 years old and I just get tired hearing your schedule. You know what I mean? When you tell me what you got to do, I get tired. I say, I got to take a nap after hearing all that. How are you going to keep this up? So for the people who don't know, yesterday, big news dropped on Variety.com, the exclusive. Booker T rejoins the WWE commentary team as a part of NXT with Vic Joseph on Tuesday nights on USA. Big news, so congratulations to you at first. But I mean, how did this come about? What happened? How is this happening?
You know, man, I don't even know. You know what I mean? You got to always stay ready just so you don't have to get ready. I know the higher-ups in WWE that made the decision to actually pull the trigger and put me in the boots is, I just want to thank them first and foremost. I want to thank those guys. I don't want to, call out any names or anything. One name in particular, I must call out because if it wasn't for him, none of this would be possible. And that's Michael Cole, man. Michael Cole has been my guy for quite some time, man. He's been in my corner. So I just want to thank Michael Cole for, making this all happen. But my thing is, man, I'm not a commentator. Let's just get that out of the way first. I'm not a commentator. I will be coming in as an analyst, critiquing these guys, trying to see where the money actually really is, who may be the next level NXT superstar. That's what I'm going to be looking for, and the qualities that they bring to the table. So I want to get a chance to grow with the NXT stars just like you guys. So let's get ready to go on this ride and have some fun.
It's fun that you're going to be on NXT, right? Because you've been on Raw, you've been on SmackDown as a commentator. NXT is, you love working with the young talent. That's why you've had a school for as long as you have. Now you're actually going to be there for them. I mean, are you going to have more than just an analyst role? Are you going to try to mentor some of these people? Are you going to try to give some tips and tricks or anything like that?
I don't even want to put out, to the world exactly what I'm going to be doing. Look here, I'm not going to be a manager or anything like that. I will be an advisor in certain aspects of guys.
Well, that's what I mean. Like if somebody comes to you, are you going to show them the way?
I'm all about trying to show these young guys, what it takes to work at the top of the card. You know what I mean? I'm here to show these guys, it's not about taking, the scenic route. It's about taking a direct route if you're trying to get to the top, of the card. You know what I mean? So for me, for those guys who want that knowledge, for those guys that need that knowledge, I'm going to be right there for them, pushing. And I'm going to be in their ear on a regular basis because it's about there again, the next level superstar. And guess what? I'm bringing it back. Guys. Booker T's Fave 5 is coming back.
Oh my God. Breaking news. Look, we've had several of our talent at Reality Wrestling graduate to that next level, go on to WWE, be a part of the NXT system. I actually talked to one of them yesterday, Roxanne Perez, about the announcement that Booker T is coming to the NXT. She said, it's like coming full circle. I started with Book. I got to WWE, and now he's going to be there to help me again, and commentate the matches and things of that nature. But I think that, people, from what I saw online, they always get really excited when you get back in the booth. They like hearing Booker T in the booth. I know that NXT, there's a lot of people there. There's a lot of names. There's a lot of talent. Some people have only had 3 or 4 matches ever. Yeah. And there's some people who've been there a long time. I mean, what are you looking forward to most, though, every Tuesday? Like, what's going to be your motivating factor every Tuesday night?
For me, it's going to be trying to motivate these guys to work on their craft. Think about everything that they're going to go out there and do. I always talk about taking that engine apart and putting it back together, and then it's a few pieces still left over to the side. But when you stick the car, the key in the ignition, boom, it cranks right up. You might get 3-4 miles down the road and it break down on you. And you wonder, man, I did need those few pieces. They were for something. I'm here about making sure these guys leave no pieces left on the side when they go out in the middle of that ring and perform in front of that crowd, and understand, why they're out there, more importantly than anything. And I don't want to get too far in the weeds as far as what I mean about that. But to let these guys know exactly what it means to be out in the middle of that ring and how to take advantage of that little bit of time you got that's worth its weight in gold.
I'm excited. Man, there was a lot of changes yesterday to the commentary teams. A couple people got switched around. A couple people brought back Kathy Kelly, who I know you're a big fan of. You worked with on the, was it the Raw pre-show that you worked with?
The kickoff shows. Yeah, I mean, Raw pre-shows. Yeah, we just have to go to Connecticut and, do the shows from down there. Yeah. She's awesome girl, man. I'm so glad to see Kathy Kelly back. She deserves everything that she gets.
Yeah, Kathy Kelly's back. And then we know, although this did signal the end of the road for a couple of guys, Nigel McGuinness is no longer with the company now. And same with Jimmy Smith. Jimmy Smith found out that, his run had ended. I actually think Jimmy Smith did a hell of a job, because he had to pick up for, oh my gosh, what was the baseball commentator's name they brought in who was there for 3 weeks?
Yeah,
I'm sorry, his name slips me. Exactly. But he had to pick up the slack.
Exactly.
It's going to come to me in a second. But he had to pick up the slack there, and he was a quick hire, and I think he fit right in. He did a really good job.
I'm going to tell you, man, Jimmy Smith did his homework, man. He really figured out how to almost play that role and not be seen a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way you got to play that role, because Twitter eats you up in a heartbeat if you make, too many mistakes in that position. And I must say, he gravitated to that position very well, being a guy that came from an MMA background.
Yeah, Adnan Virk was the man. Mike Mayfield pointed out to us, Adnan Virk.
Who?
Yeah, I mean, when you talk about being there for a cup of coffee, I think catering was still warm.
What, man? You're talking about a favor hire.
No disrespect, but I'm just saying, But he literally said, I know nothing about wrestling.
Yeah.
I know nothing.
And that's the thing too. In order to actually tackle that job, you got to, have some inside knowledge to the business. That's why I give Jimmy Smith a whole lot of credit. Maybe he was a fan. I don't know, but he definitely gravitated to that situation, unlike most.
Well, you got to think he's coming from an MMA background, and that does lend you some ability to do pro wrestling commentary, because unlike baseball, where you're talking about teams and you're talking about plays and outs and strikes and ERAs and things like that, in a combat sports thing, half of it is talking about the action, but the other half is setting up the story between the two guys and knowing how to sell why this fight means something to both of them. And that's a skill that you can easily adapt into pro wrestling.
Yeah. I mean, the storytelling part. That's why I say for him to actually be able to pick it up and then understand it, and put it in the context with people not looking at him like, this guy shouldn't be here, like they had done Vert. Seriously, that right there is what, where I give that guy a whole lot of credit, man. But your boy is back. Your boy is back on NXT every Tuesday night. And when I say every Tuesday night, I ain't missing no dates. I won't be missing any dates, because that's all his paper, baby. It's all about but guys, I'm looking forward to stick around, man. We got a whole lot more to talk about. You're inside the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute.
And if that wasn't enough, you took me on that vacation just to cover it all up.
You wanted to go on that vacation. You wanted to go on that vacation for years.
And you took me just to hide your antics. What kind of person does that?
What of it?
You know what? But I have the answer. Oh, yeah. We are going to choose teams and wrestle for control of this company. Team Booker versus Team Sharmell.
Team Booker versus Team Sharmell.
Yeah.
My team will crush your team any day.
In your
the hell
dreams.
you talking about?
In your
I got
dreams.
gas for every guy in this company. company. I own them. They work for me. And you know what? You know what? If you want that, if you really want that,
spit it out.
You got it.
Good.
And I tell you what, I'm gonna fire all y'all asses. All right? Soon as I win, Sam, your ass is out. Let's go, Gaspar.
I am so sorry. No one who is in charge of a company should speak like that. That's why, board, I'm so thankful I have your support.
Can you dig it, sucker?
You're listening to the Hall of Fame. Here's Booker T and Brad Gilmore.
Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame, guys. Everybody know it. Everybody know your boy's back again at the table, baby. But like I said, I'm not a commentator or anything like that. I will be looked at as an analyst going forward. I know a lot of people got questions. You know what I mean? We got these super chats. Let's get to them. Let's get to them.
We have super chats right now regarding your commentary position. Now, Breland says, "What's up, Book? Are you aware that there is a Booker T funniest commentary compilation that I watch 24/7? Please return to commentary." Yeah. You have some great moments.
I made a few bloopers too. The one I like more than anything was I know it's on there where Mark Henry was working somebody and he did this move where he went through the ropes and slid on the guy's back to the outside, and I go, he just left a skid mark on that boy.
Well, and look, you've had plenty of great moments on commentary, on Raw commentary, SmackDown, and I mean,
Michael Cole started laughing so hard when I said that.
What was the one where Cole was talking about somebody had gotten injured, and he said they're suffering from internal injuries and anal bleeding, and you go, what?
Because if I didn't know that was coming, and that's the stuff for me at the table. I used to have a lot of fun at the table, but when it got too serious for me, that's when it became hard. When it became, where I had to think about, not can't say this, don't do that, you know what I mean? No pronoun, all kind of stuff, comes into play when you're not having fun. It shows. And so and for me, the times I was having fun at that table, you guys knew it, man. And you felt it more than anything. And that's what wrestling is. It's about feeling it, man. It's about, inside. It's not about seeing. It's about when you hear it or see it, you go, oh, man, it's something that sticks forever. So me personally, I'm glad to get back to the table. From that perspective, it's only 2 hours, not 3 hours like Raw. Raw's a long show, and you got to be prepared in so many different ways for that show. But for me, I'm stepping into this situation with the young guys. Man, I almost feel at home. I feel comfortable in this situation. Perhaps maybe because of this show. Perhaps maybe because reality of wrestling. Last 18 years working with my young guys. So I'm looking forward to this endeavor.
I saw a lot of people congratulating you. One of them is Renee Paquette, friend of the show, Renee. She quoted the news from Variety and said, "Let's see some effing fights." I want to see some effing fights. Which I don't know if that did ever make air. I don't know if that made the air or not.
That was live.
It was on the.
That was live.
For those who don't remember, that's what Booker said on commentary.
That was live. I had lost it that day. That might have been my last day.
I want to see an effing fight.
Hey, man, I got caught up in the moment, man. That's the way I am, man. I remember asking one of the young guys, to say, "Man, how many times have you ever come out of that curtain? You see your opponent, you really want to go out there and whoop his, you know what?" And he said, "No, I never felt like that before." I said, "That's the way you should feel." And when I see guys go out there and do it, and they don't bring that to the ring, it bothers me sometimes. I must say that. And that's why I'm so glad to be in this position right here, because I'm allowed to throw my clipboard. I'm not, one of these guys is gonna, beat around the bush and say, and talk lightly about it. I'm gonna tell you exactly what we need to be doing here, and not just what we need to be doing, but how we need to get there and how we need to make you better. So that's what I'm about. I'm so glad to be in this position. It's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's great. DJ 1491 says, I'm jealous you're going to have front row seats every Tuesday to see Nikita Lyons in action. Lord have mercy, shucky ducky, quack, quack.
Hey, man, I'm going to just put it out there, man. Nikita Lyons is what we used to call back in the day a brick house. You can puff and puff, but you ain't about to blow this house down.
Letting it all hang out.
I'm serious, man. So Nikita Lyons, definitely, I'm looking forward to being there and pushing her to that next level.
Yeah, Breland also comes back with a quote from you. I showed you what to do when a bear approaches you. Just put your hands up, dog.
Hey, man, it's true. It's true, man. My thing is, I'm looking forward to that. Getting my, my quotes back out there, getting everybody excited about watching the show from a entertainment perspective, but from a realest possible perspective. And that's what's so unique about this situation. I don't know a whole lot of the NXT talent. I'm not finna sit here and try to act like it or anything. I pretend, that I know every guy on the roster and I know all of their finishing moves. That's not me. That's not me at all. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna grow with these guys and figure that all out in the process. But for me to be able to analyze from a trainers, coaches, advisory perspective is going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it. We have another one here. Says Booker hated Jason Jordan in 2015.
I did.
You did. You had comments aplenty for him. Comments aplenty for Jason Jordan.
And the thing is, you got to say it. You got to be able to say it when you see these guys come out. Where's Jason Jordan now?
Is he a producer still?
Exactly. He's sitting on this show. That's why, I can spot him. I can spot him a mile away. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm talking about. I'm not here to sugarcoat it. I'm not here to play games. I said it a long time ago. Guys come through NXT and if they don't have what it takes to make it in 6 months to a year, their asses need to bounce. So my thing is, it's about finding the best talent, the best roster, the best guys that could compete against each other that we possibly can find. We ain't looking for no slackers, guys. We're not looking for any fly-by-nights. Guys that's going to be here today and gone tomorrow, we ain't looking for you.
FBGM Loso says, we getting the return of Black Snow, no bread, no water, just meat.
Make sure I put that quote down right there just so I can make sure, I put it out there.
That's a great one. No bread, no water, just meat.
No bread, no water, just meat, man. It's, that's about a guy that's coming out there getting ready to take care of business. It ain't about frills. It ain't about buddies. You know what I mean? And
he's not sharing the ring with anybody.
He's not sharing the ring with anybody. Exactly my point. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm looking forward to being able to get right back in the mix of everything. But like I say, more importantly, guys, it's about the excitement factor for me. And I like a lot of what's going on down in NXT. Just say, for instance, Pretty Deadly. You know what I mean? I look at those guys and I say, man, cut from the same cloth as a Macho Man Savage. You see Savage walking through the airport, you don't have to know who he is, but you're gonna say, who's that guy?
Yeah, he's somebody.
That's Pretty Deadly. You see these guys walking through the airport. So let's forget about their wrestling. We'll get them there.
Well, you got to have an it factor, right?
Exactly. Seriously. My point. Yeah.
A lot of great talent in NXT, I'm excited to see, we got Apollo.
My man, Carmelo Hayes. You know what I mean?
Carmelo Hayes, yeah.
I'm so glad to actually be close to this kid because you're talking about a next level superstar in NXT. I'm gonna tell you right now, he's already in the Fave 5. Okay, let's just say that right now. He checks off every box. So Hayes, you're in. Okay, let's worry about the next 4.
Toxic Attraction. Are they gonna make the Fave 5? Mandy Rose.
We got. Hey, look here. I don't want to put everybody in the Fave 5 before I get there. I just put one. That's it. The rest of them, they're gonna have to wait and see.
Okay, well, we got a couple more things about you coming to commentary. This is from Breland again, who says, I mean, look at a girl like Kelly. She's hotter than a Mexican plate lunch with a whole bunch of hot sauce.
I don't know, Mexican plate lunch, dog. I'm serious, man. You know what? That's just real talk. That's just real talk. Am I right or wrong here?
Oh, no, you're right.
That's just real talk. You know what I mean? And just set it up like that. No dish to nobody, man, because the essays, they know about a hot Mexican plate lunch. It's good.
With extra hot sauce.
Yeah, I'm talking about Cholula, green.
Yeah, they're real. They're real. Jesus Pineda Ramirez says, Booker T, are you excited to work at NXT? We've been talking about your excitement for it. Of course.
You know, what's crazy is we were just talking about this just last week or so, right? A couple of weeks ago, we knew Pat McAfee was going to be stepping away.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? We were saying, you know,
yeah.
And I said, man, I'm not looking to get back in there or anything like that, but I'm always available when I'm available. So that's my thing, man. I'm excited about it in so many different ways. I know it's going to be a whole lot more on my plate, but that's what I was just talking to my son earlier, you know, and he was going through a little something, and I had to have that father-son talk with him, and just telling them about what men do, okay, what men do for their families. They sacrifice. They're willing to, you know, jump in front of a train, you know what I mean? Do whatever we got to do to make sure that they're okay. More important than anything, that's what men do. We look at it in the eye and we walk right through it. Guys, you're inside the Hall of Fame. Stick around. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame, guys. I see we got a boatload of super chatters, man. We got to take care of them, man. Let's get through this.
Bevy. Breland says the hip bone's connected to the leg bone. Another, I guess it's another one from you. And FBGM Loso wants to know, will you be on commentary for the pay-per-view shows?
Yeah, I'll be doing the pay-per-view, NXT pay-per-views as well. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. What else we got here? I missed one, I know, somewhere. Oh, here it is. No, Booker T, are you excited? Here it is. Mike Mayfield. Booker, have you talked to Sammy Guevara lately?
No, I haven't talked to Sammy lately, but I see he took my advice. You know, and not talking about it on Twitter. If something's going to be done, just go ahead on and do it. You know, I haven't talked to Sammy in quite some time. Last time I talked to Sammy, we took a photo and posted it a year or so ago. But my thing is, man, this kid he's on a superstar trajectory. But one thing about being on that trajectory, it could implode. You know what I mean? Like that. Literally, it could implode at the blink of an eye. And then you're wondering what the hell happened. In this business, you got to be smart. You got to be smart. And the one thing that I've learned along my route as far as being smart is keep everybody out of your business. And that means everybody on social media. You know, if that kid, you know, can do that, I'm gonna tell you, he has perhaps one of the brightest futures that I've seen from some young kid in quite some time. You're talking about somebody that walked through the airport and you don't know who he is, and you see him, you go, man, who's that good-looking kid there? You know, like especially the women, they go, man, who's that? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
know how to use that opposed to letting that be used against you. You know what I mean? So I'm pulling for my boy Sammy Guevara. I really am.
Yeah, unfortunate though, anytime that you can't just settle things and be professional about it. I know that there's a skirmish. Not exactly sure the details. Really, the details don't really matter. So long as at the end of the day, Sammy, like you said, keeps his head on straight and keeps his eye on the goal. The goal is longevity in this industry and continue to make money.
Well, one thing that he must have done right was he didn't get sent home for the altercation, so he must have then started. You know what I mean?
That's what I would assume.
Or initiated. So there again, that's being smart. For me, I'm never going to throw the first punch. You could hit me square in the face, or at least you could throw it first. I might duck it or move out of the way of it, but I'm going to let you initiate.
Yeah, well, it definitely seems like Andrade, he got sent home. Seems like he was the guy who started it. Also seems like the guy's trying to get this is just me looking at it. He's trying to probably get let go from his contract. That's what's happening. Like I'm gonna start a fight. I'm gonna say stuff on Twitter.
I'm gonna do something.
Something's gonna get me released. I know Tony said he's not releasing anybody, but I'm gonna try.
Hey,
you know
man.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Something's gotta happen. But
hopefully, like I said, hopefully he keep his eye on the prize, and that's really knowing what this thing is about at the end of the day.
What did speaking of skirmishes between teammates, if you will, did you see Draymond two-piece up Jordan Poole?
Oh man, I missed that. I've been on the road. I just got back.
Yeah.
I just got back late last night, man. I was in Fort Lauderdale doing some stuff yesterday, and I just got back last night. And I got to get out of here again at 6 a.m. in the morning. So man, my schedule has been whacked, and then the news broke yesterday, of course. So even more whacked. The pay-per-view, like I said, is tomorrow, so I got to get ready for that. NXT is on Tuesday, so I got to get ready for that. So I've been missing everything that's going on television or social media these last couple of days.
Well, let me just, we have a second, so let me just show you. So Draymond Green, we all love Draymond Green. He's got the heart of a lion. Loves putting down for his team. He and a teammate got into a kerfuffle during a practice, and now there's talks that Draymond might be getting released from the Warriors. There's Draymond Green, of course. The gentleman in the gray jersey is Jordan Poole, who they got into some sort of talk between one another on the court, and Draymond decided he wasn't going to just stand over there and allow this young pup to talk to him a certain way. So you see him going over to Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole is going to shove him off, and then two-piece, side piece. Oh, knocked him out cold. He was down.
He should get released from the team forever. Really should. Draymond Green should be released from that team, and he should never be able to play basketball ever again. From that,
so what's your reasoning for that? I'm not saying I disagree. I'm just asking you.
Well, you saw it.
Yeah,
that's the reason. Okay,
yeah.
I don't have to sit here and explain a whole lot. The young guy was right about pushing him off. Like, man, you in my space. Back up.
Back it up.
I mean? Yeah, I mean, in Draymond, he stole him. It wasn't a sucker punch, but the kid was not looking for a retaliation like that. As well as we talked about this before, as far as who's in a more of a leadership role in that position.
It'd be Draymond.
Exactly my point. And the last thing you're going to go do is swing on somebody on your own team, not to the point to where you just swing on. That could have ended that kid's career.
Yeah, he two-pieced him.
That one shot could have put that kid in the grave if he would have fell back and hit his head, perhaps. Seriously, accidents have happened with much less contact than something like that. As far as I'm concerned, Draymond should be let go from that team because I look at these guys and I hear Draymond Green. He's got a podcast now, and he makes a lot of inflammatory statements. He's one of these guys that's just getting way too big for his britches, and that right there showed it. You know what I mean? So he's going to have a whole lot more incidences and problems going forward just because of this. Because the one thing now the people are going to be talking about, they ain't going to be talking about nothing that the team do. When Draymond Green do something well, you think they're going to be talking about that?
No.
They're not going to be talking about that. They're going to be talking about this incident and Draymond Green's anger management problem. Okay, that's what they're going to be talking about now. He's going to have to go to therapy for this. I'm serious. I mean, he's got the angry black man syndrome. Get him out of here. I'm serious. It's going to be all kind of stuff come out from this.
It's a shame.
Am I wrong?
No. I mean, the overwhelming majority, I'm agreeing with what you're saying, and those are going to be the things that people are talking about. I don't know exactly what set him off, and I don't think that there is a justifiable excuse.
The only thing that could have set him off is Draymond Green said something to him. He goes, "Your mother." That's the only thing that would have set me off to the point to do something like that. You know what I mean? I would have been expecting to get fired then as well. So I don't know what was said, but whatever was said, Draymond Green was the problem in that situation because that kid didn't move from his spot. Draymond walked all the way over there.
Walked to him.
Exactly. That kid didn't move.
Yeah.
Draymond got all the way in his face. What do you expect for someone to do with someone getting in your face?
Get out of here. Shove him back. Give me my space, bro.
Exactly.
And he swung on him.
Draymond should be released from the team.
We'll see what happens. I think we have time for Super Chat before we go to a break. Jesus Pineda Ramirez says, I'm sad we never got Daniel Bryan versus CM Punk or Adam Cole versus CM Punk or Kenny versus CM Punk. I don't think Punk will return.
Who says we're not going to see that? I mean, even though I don't think we missed a whole lot as far as Bryan versus Punk.
We've seen that before.
I don't think we missed a whole lot as far as that go. But I don't know who says these guys aren't coming back. I mean, I'm not speculating. I'm not speculating on if CM Punk coming back, if the elite. I know as of right now, these guys are saying that they haven't heard one peep or iota from Tony Khan and AEW. What that means, I really don't know. So this story here is to be continued.
Yeah, I agree. And Tony Khan did interview Ariel Helwani, and Ariel asked him several times, what's the status of CM Punk and the elite?
He wouldn't even answer the question.
He wouldn't answer. He said, I appreciate you asking the question.
And since when Tony Khan don't want to answer questions?
It's a rarity.
Brother, talk about a peanut butter and jelly sandwich if you ask him. I'm serious.
For about 45 minutes.
I'm serious. You put the peanut butter. I like the nuts.
He would talk about how he was a peanut butter trader back in the day. He would find different peanut butters and they would trade. Exactly. Oh, you got Jif, I got Peter Pan Crunchy, and they would trade the.
Exactly that point. So let's not go there. You know what I mean? So yeah, we'll figure out. Like I said, that story right there is to be continued.
And Breland says here, what was Nash's name you gave him? Was it Chet Lemon?
It was Chet Lemon. Yeah, that was the name that he gave himself. You know what I mean? That's I guess one of the old guys from back in the day that he used to watch. You know what I mean? So we both just gave ourselves, what I wouldn't call them fictional names or anything like that because Chet Lemon was a real guy. Black Snow was a real guy as well.
Yeah. You got Black Snow from a poet here in Houston, right?
Yeah, he's a poet, man. He's a poet here in Houston, man. And like I said, I was so taken with his work, man. Went to downtown to see some spoken word at one of the nice hotels downtown, and it was Charmel's idea, and she just drugged me along, and I ended up having a great time, man. I ended up having such an awesome. And what was crazy, it was in a hotel room.
Oh, that's awesome. I thought it was like in like the lobby or something. Or
no. It was in a huge room, but it was in a hotel room. Such a freaking awesome night. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, we got one more segment for him booked, but I think we're due for a break, and then we'll come back and talk a little Extreme Rules.
Take a break. Stick around, guys. You're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute.
What's going on? It's WWE superstar Apollo Crews here. I just want to talk for a minute about what the Indies meant to me. Traveled up and down the road for a long time, and they meant so much to me. It was a huge part of getting me to where I am today, and that is a part of the WWE. I actually did some work with Booker in Houston, drove from Atlanta. Those drives, I feel like those drives that we take, 14-hour drives, those type of things develop some kind of character in you that you can't find anywhere else. The Indies mean a lot to me. Got to travel to Japan, Europe, UK, toured all over, and for me it was just a huge part of helping me become the superstar that I am today. So I'm very grateful that I got to experience the Indies, and that's it for me.
What's up, this Booker T, two-time Hall of Famer. I know you're checking out The Shine, checking out The Gloss. I want to thank you guys for checking out Row on YouTube. Hey, don't forget to click and subscribe to check out all the latest content right here each and every week. Now, can you dig that, sucker? Can you dig it, sucker?
You're listening to the Hall of Fame. Here's Booker T and Brad Gilmore.
Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame, guys. We're getting ready to wrap this thing here up after this segment right here, man. But I want to thank everybody for stepping inside the Hall of Fame today, getting your champagne wishes and caviar drinks. We love you guys. We appreciate everything you do for us.
So, yeah, we do have another super chat here from Callie. Tony, I wouldn't be a show without hearing from Callie. Booker, I never heard you predict all the winners before a pay-per-view. What made you tell Bill Apter your Extreme Rules predictions this time?
No, Bill Apter's a good friend of mine, man. Bill Apter was the first guy that hooked me up with Pro Wrestling Illustrated. I got a few awards behind me that was presented right over here. This whole wall right here was presented to me from Bill Apter back in the day. I mean, Rookie of the Year, up and coming Wrestler of the Year, Tag Team of the Year, all kind of. It's just crazy, So me and Bill, we go way back, and we were doing a convention together. And Bill called me out and said, "Man, I got some questions for you. Let's get this done." And anytime Bill called me and want me to do something for him, I'm going to be there for him, man. Because like I say, it's because of guys like Bill Apter. Booker T is where he is and who he is today. I give Bill Apter a whole lot of credit for making that happen. So whatever that guy needs, I'm there for him.
Awesome. Well, yeah, Extreme Rules is this Saturday. You're going to be there in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I want to get a couple things into the car in just a moment. I also think it is only appropriate that we pay our respects to Sara Lee, who unfortunately passed away at 30 years of age. She was on Tough Enough. You helped coach her. I think that was a season with you and Lita and Billy Gunn, if memory serves me correct. And just real sad. She won Tough Enough that year. Yeah, she's gone way too soon. That goes without saying. I'm still kind of shocked by it all.
I tell you, when I was just flipping through social media and I saw that, and I went, wow. Yesterday I saw it. I go, wow. 30 years old. I remember working with her, and I'm seeing her, get her hand raised and having that smile on her face. I didn't think she was going to win it or anything like that when we first started, but I swear she persevered. She persevered, and she had something. And she won that contest. She got that $250,000 contract. Didn't work out for her in WWE. She ended up leaving, getting married to one of the NXT stars, and raising 3 kids. And now at 30 years old, she's gone. That just goes to show you how short life really is, and how precious every single day is. So I say condolences to her family and her friends, and rest in peace, Sara Lee, and we wish you were still here. God, man, it's a tragic story.
Very tragic. I know her husband, Bull James, is trying to raise some money for, I'm assuming, funeral expenses and taking care of things. So definitely, if you have a couple dollars extra, send it over their way. Book, Extreme Rules, though, is this Saturday. I know we have a full card. I just kind of want to ask you, is there a particular match you're looking most forward to? This is the one night a year where fans get extreme. For me, it's Matt Riddle, Seth Rollins, Fight Pit. That's what I'm actually looking forward to seeing. But I know a lot of people are excited about that Edge and Finn Balor and an I Quit match. Is there one for you that you're excited about?
My thing is, man, we do this, because we love it. But it comes a time for us all to step away, step down, and leave it for these young guys to go out there and do their thing. And my thing is this could be the last time we see Edge, inside the square circle. It really could be. So I'm looking forward to see exactly how that thing play out. And if it is time for Edge to take a step down and move to another department or whatever, this dude has had a hell of a career. He's had a hell of a career, not only to be diagnosed with a certain injury and not be able to do it again, and then to find himself working his way back to it. And then this some people could say, man, this run that Edge has had, man, you could compare it to any run that he's had in the WWE, because he's been doing some really great work. And the great work that I've seen from Edge here as of late, none of it is for him. None of it is. And that's the true artist and the worker. That right there tells me a whole lot about Edge and what he brings to the table. So that match right there, I'm highly anticipated as far as checking it out.
Yeah, that should be a great one. And the way that things are getting set up, you never know where Edge is going to go. He's been talking and hinting toward, hey, I don't have much longer. He came back in 2020. This is a 2-year run. Edge is nearing the 50 mark, I believe, if he's not there yet. Is he past 50?
I'm not sure if he's 50, but he got to be close.
He's close. Let's see. He is he turns 49 this month. So there you go.
Yeah.
So he's getting close to the 50 mark, to where there's only so long you can do this, especially at a super high level. Because I know he's very conscious of, wants to always stay at the same level he's always been, right?
Yeah.
And Father, as you famously have always said, Father Time waits for no man.
And the thing is, you got to understand something with Edge. Edge runs to the ring.
Right.
When you run to the ring, you better know when it's time to stop. Okay? I'm serious, because that run can get slower and slower, and it can come to a brisk walk. You know what I mean? So no, man, if it is time, that's the match I'm really anticipating, waiting and anticipating watching that match, just because I want to see exactly if it is Edge's last match. I just want to see how he go out, more important than anything. My thing is, when I went out, my last official match in WWE, singles match against Cody Rhodes, I wanted to be looking up at the lights. I don't know why, but I wanted to be looking up at the lights, not the fans, not getting my hands raised, but I wanted to be looking up at the lights. 1, 2, 3. It said, it's over. Can't do that with your head raised. So we'll see how this thing play out.
We'll see what happens. We have a couple more super chats here before we wrap up for the day. This is from Breland again, who says, Batista just got slapped the hell out. Batista is down. Batista is down. Batista.
I remember when I did that. I was whacked out too that night, man. I was whacked. And I remember saying, Batista is down. Batista is down. Batista is down. Batista is down. And Vince came in my ear and goes, that's enough, Buck.
You know what, though? That's an interesting point. So this can be the first time you've done commentary not produced by Vince McMahon. Is that true?
Yeah, this will be the first time.
Wow. So I'm very interested to know, and obviously we don't have to talk about it publicly, but I will be interested to know what are the differences, because I know that he famously, Mick Foley's talked about it, Michael Cole's talked about it, Renee's talked about it, and pretty much everybody.
Yeah.
He can come in that ear, and he can be pretty aggressive and very direct and throw you off.
He told me to shut it down. You know what I mean? Because I probably would have kept going. But he's like, that's enough, Buck. All right, I get it.
Well, I know. Was there a particular time where Vince wanted you to say something or do something a certain way that you were just like, man, that's just not me, man?
Yeah, much to his chagrin. That's the one that, and I was like, I can't say that. It's going to mess up all my street cred. I would never say much to his chagrin. I've never said that in my regular daily life. ever. I can imagine you and I having a conversation, much to his chagrin. You
What's
look
this?
at me
What?
like, what are you talking about? So no, that was the only one, man. And I couldn't say it because, like I say, like, man, that'll mess up all my street credit. I mean, I'm out here talking about shucky ducky quack quack, no bread, no water, that's meat. No bread, no water, just meat. And now I'm saying mustache.
I wish you were there for Roman when he asked Roman to say suffering succotash. I wish you were there just to be like, bro, tell him no.
Yeah, bro. I've been on the side just doing no, don't do it. I've just been shaking my head.
Don't say suffering succotash. We have one more super chat for the show today. Oh, this is from Young Heem 510. It says, when will we get another episode of Cooker T?
Man, I'll put something out here sometime pretty soon. Cooker T has been on vacation for a minute just because I've been working my butt off. I haven't been in the kitchen as much as I should. But I tell you what, I'm going to do something here coming up. Maybe that fried lobster. I've been making here as of late, man. And I'm going to tell you, man, it's off the chain. So definitely we'll definitely get in the cookbook here real soon. But, man, we come to that time, man. We got any more super chats?
We got to them all.
We come to that time, man. We got to get up out of here, man. It's been a quick show today. I want to thank everybody for stepping inside the Hall of Fame there again, getting your champagne wishes, your caviar dreams. But right now, man, we got to get ready to get up out of here. Brad, I appreciate you. As always, we'll see you guys next week. Same place, same time. Peace. We out.